MC Radio Rental. Going back to the basics with a random word generator, deciding which words I'll use in this improvised freestyle rap. Making it up on the spot, trying to get better at it. 5 more random words. You know I've got the job, I've got qualifications. And if I don't have them, then I will make them. If I don't have them, I will create them. And if I don't have them, I will fake them. Cause I'm a fraud and I'm in the maw. And I'm being swallowed up by it all. And I'm gonna fake my way to the top. And if it costs a little, it don't cost a lot. Cause you know that I'm never gonna die. Even when I'm in the ground, I'll be alive. People are gonna say my, oh my, he's dead at my funeral and it'll be beautiful, but I'll still be alive. I'm gonna rise like Lazarus at the end of the Friday. That's how long it takes to arrive late. After death he just comes back because there's many layers down in the sediment. You can't change it, it's evident that there's bits and pieces over the top and it doesn't cost a lot. I think that we're gonna have to hold a party, and you know that everybody will be charming. No one will come to any harm here, so no need to get alarmed. There's gonna be drinks and there's gonna be snacks and there's gonna be bits and there'll be all that. I think this beat is too fast, so we're gonna take it back to this one. 5 random words, you know I wanna shine. You know that when the sun rises there'll be light. You know when I purchase something that I buy it. You know that if I light it there is fire. Everybody is gone black and blue. It's so hard when you have to choose. But you know if you don't win you lose. And if you take them together they're gonna fuse. All we ever want is a bit of hope. All we ever want is to spit and not to choke. All we ever want is a Sheila or bloke. All that we want is to eat a Snoke. Because I'm like Palpatine, and you know that it's kind of false. Can't be achieved. A Palpatine. 5 more random words, I got an accent. And you know I'm causing havoc. And if I have it, I don't lack it. If I'm not front, I go back. And you know that the tree's made of oak. And you know the oak tree never chokes. You know that the timber will float when it goes down to the ocean. And Noah Webb says sussy. Well, I might have to be fussy. I don't wanna be lusty on the live feed. So you know that you're just gonna have to trust me. Are we saying bussy or bussy? Is that sussy bussy or sussy bussy? I don't know how to say it, but whatever way I slay it. If I was a donkey, then you know that I would bray it. And it always stays the same, it never changes. And if you know that if it's a fire, I'll flame it. And you know that if it's broken, then I break it. It never changes, I just rearrange it. And if I take the bus, you know that it is a minimum of fuss. I need to find other words. The bus might rust if you leave it out for too long, like that dude in the movie where he's choosing to escape from the usual movement, and he goes to the place with his little trailer and then he dies there and people do pilgrimages there. Into the Wild, that was the movie. Kinda crazy that was his choosing, but he just wanted to touch soil. He just wanted to escape the place of oil. He just wanted to raise heat to boil. He just wanted to take aluminum foil. He just wanted to be chopping in the kitchen. And if he just wanted to go to nature and listen, he just wanted to go to the leaves and fit in. And you know he thought that'd be pretty bitchin' in the kitchen. He just had to listen. And if you know that if I throw it I won't miss it. And sometimes it's all a bit of theater. I go there, then I leave it. Theater. I have a beer there. We're gonna cheer there for all the theater because it's so amusing. People, the audience will lose it at what they are viewing because the performance is just moving their hearts or something. Scoff the pork. I'm Dr. Mork. I lost the chalk. Cause you know I was a teacher, can you believe it? I lost the chalk on the easel. So how could I escape all of these demons when I'm just trying to teach all of the teachers? You wouldn't believe it. The students I was losing, they said I was choosing to reduce their great knowledge into just tons of porridge, but I had the books and I said, you gotta look, you gotta read the words so that you can sook. If you're gonna complain, you better change your brain so you won't be drained. You better not be lame, you better be engraved on this slate, because that's how you're gonna do your homework. Because that's how the phone works. I hold it in reserve. If I'm driving the bus, then you know I'm gonna swerve all over the earth. From life, death until birth. And you know I got a neck. What else would be holding up my head? If you cut off my neck, only the head would be left, and then that'd be death. 5 more random words, it's like a virgin. Cause you know when I drive the bus I swerve it. It's like a cocktail with no booze. It's like a kid who has not lost the virginity, not lost their V plates. It's like a train that's gonna be derailed. You know that's how it be these days. Cause I've seen some statistics about those dates that people aren't going on. It's people are weak, they're not going strong. It's like the situation in Lebanon. I've said that a lot just because I say Lebanon because it rhymes. I'm not living on any kind of Lebanon, a settlement in Lebanon. I let it long, I let it run. It's like got all my autonomy. I got it, then I lost it. Heat, lot of me, I'm gonna lop the hate. It cost a lot, it's pretty dear. I'm active, cause I'm active, cause I cause fantastic damage. And you know I'm famished, so I'm gonna make myself a sandwich. I keep reusing those same rhymes. I wanna change them and make new lines. So I'm gonna say active, I'm gonna eat cabbage. I'm gonna unhand it. I'm gonna do a handstand, and I'm gonna demand that you all in drag. And if I'm slow, I'm gonna lag, because the fiber optic is bad. And there's only got a few. You know, if I was a Pokemon, then I'd probably be Mew. Or maybe I'd be the sequel, I'd be Mewtwo, and then I'd catch it and then lose it, because the Master Ball is hard at all. It's faster than the larder stores. All of the Pokemon I keep in the box, and you know that it's gonna cost a lot. I swear to God, like, this beat and the previous beat, maybe they're slow, but I feel like it's better on these ones. We already said theater, and I'm starting to fear them, as though the performances were awful and they were opening the door and there was a score, as in the cinematic soundtrack. They'd hit it in cricket and they'd say, how's that? I lost it, then I found that. Like I was a pound cat, like I was a feline with these rhymes. I hit it and I swipe, because I got so many eyes. I can see in the dark, like I got a night light, like everything was going green in between, like in the CCTV, because you gotta believe I can see the shadows. And you know I'm a shadow. Shadow? What? Shadow, harrowed. I got shadows in my marrow. And it's furrowed, like my brows were furrowed, like I was digging down a burrow. I was digging a tunnel into a burrow, cause I'm a hobbit and I like the loam between my toes, and that's how my footwear goes. That's why I got hairy feet with hair between all of my toes and all of my teeth. I like to keep clean, got good hygiene. Could you believe that the way these leaves are keeping on these trees is egregious? I can't seize them because of the autumn season. I overeat and I overachieve. I eat leaves cause I am vegan. You wouldn't believe the seasons that I'm dreaming. I overeat them. So my appearance is dreamed of, it's unheard of. I'm like a strange bird, and a furlong is how long my hair is long. That was pretty shit, we got to simplify. We'll talk about fur. Sometimes I walk through the garden and my fur fills up with burrs. If I was a cat, you know that I would attack, I'd try to eat birds. And if I wasn't a man, then maybe I would be a girl. Or maybe I'm being obnoxious. You know that I'm being a churl. You know that if I was a plant, then I would probably be a fern. 'Cause everything is temporary. As we draw to the end, it's getting scary. And a cat is pretty furry. That sort of rhymes. And if I was in politics, you know I'd be the president. 'Cause you know that I have got all of the evidence. And you know that if I say it, then I meant a kid. I'm like a mentalist, 'cause I'm psychic and I reside on high with these eyes. I've got a third eye, so my vision is frightening. And it's kind of enlightening. And when I'm a tourist, I am sightseeing. Alright. That was okay. That was okay. Let's keep going. 5 more random words. Improvised rap. Off the head. 5 more random words. Let's go. If you don't know it, you know you're unaware. Danger might creep up and catch you unawares. You'll be scared as the demon rises from a lair. Maybe it's a lion or tiger or just a bear. You're gonna be afraid, you're gonna feel some fear. As the animals are rising up, they're gonna leer. You're gonna wish that someone there was there to cheer. But all you've got is an empty bag of beers. Your grievance achieves your needs, you seize up. Your hackles rising in the moonlight, it's frightening. How can you escape the way of this earth sign animal? You're gonna count 'em all. There's 1 bear, 2 bears, 3 bears, 5. How are you gonna run away and stay alive? If only you brought your mace to spray it in bear's face. But all you've got is a donut that's glazed. How can you erase a bear with a donut? This bear is gonna eat your pieces, you'll have no nuts. You're gonna have FOMO in a bear choke hold. You're not gonna gloat, 'cause you're gonna be in a hole. You're gonna be engraved, you'll be rolled. They're not gonna cremate you, you'll already be old. You'll be burned, you'll be turned into bones and ash. And that's how are you gonna phone your mams? 5 more random words. You know a bear has got a belly. You know a bear probably likes to eat jelly. You know a bear might consider you an enemy. Or maybe you're just in the sea an enemy. That was bad. Sometimes it ends with whimpers or bangs. Sometimes I'm just into this serang. I'm eating oranges in porridge by the door hinge, and you know that the orange, I use this every single story. And sometimes these rhymes, I feel they might have failed you. You know, sometimes they just don't quite regale you. You know that tigers, but not bears, have tails, yeah. You know that if it was a dragon, it would slay you. And sometimes you just watch, 'cause you're just an observer. And sometimes when we played tennis, you know I'm gonna serve you. You know that it's not temporary but permanent. You know that the dirt is called the firmament. But 5 more random words. This is an executrix. I don't know what that means, but it sounds like a cute trick. It's like an executioner who was loosening the use of his choosing. 5 more random words. Sometimes we smoke a joint. 5 more random words. I don't see the point. 5 more random words. Just rejoice. 5 more random words. It rains, it's moist. Sometimes with the joint, you know it's burning bush. We burn the bush and then we sit on our tush. Alright, let's try a different rhyme. Alright, 5 more random words. Naughty, you're nice, I write a list. 'Cause you know the naughty kids aren't gonna get the gifts. They're gonna be missed. 'Cause I'm Santa Claus and I have it all. I got an army of elves at the North Pole. I write scrolls with everyone's name so that I can decide where all of the presents are on the day, on Xmas Day. Who'll get the gifts and who'll remain. Christmas is like a reality show. At the end of the snow, because when the snow falls, that's when the Christmas tree rises. In the darkest of nights, I got Prancer and Rudolph and Cancer and Gatorade. I forget the names of all the reindeer, but this is clear. It's gonna be a big Christmas Eve. We're gonna achieve the dreams of all of the children who want the gifts. Come down the chimney and bring the stuff. Put it under the tree, it doesn't cost much. And you know I get the milk and cookies. And at the tree I take a look-see to count how many gifts there be. I'm carrying heat. I gotta protect myself because all of the places that I'm riding in my sleigh, some of them are dangerous. I gotta protect myself. Being Santa Claus, it isn't easy. I don't even see in 3D because of all of the sleet in my eyes. I can't see with all of this ice. I gotta fly right from the highest altitude. Otherwise it'll capture you and I can't have that. I got so much work to do. On the 12th of June. That's when it actually starts. You think I could do this in one day? I've got a time travel situation so that I can get to all my destinations. How else would it work? I'd move so fast I'd burn. I'd have to exceed light speed to reach everybody in time. I would exceed C. Can you believe it? That's not possible physically. 5 more random words, it's a quotation. Regale tales of the ages. Whatever I say, you know I spray it, and whatever I say will be engraved, and that's how the quotations are remaining. That's how everyone remembers what I declared. And you know that I'm like a bear that we mentioned before, and if it's too short, you know we'll get an extension. And whatever I say, whatever I mention, I don't know what Lent is, it's mental. I assume it involves eating lentils. You know I cross a stencil so that I can get the shape of pencils. I take a pencil and a stencil and I trace it to engrave my own face. I got a stencil of my face so I can graffiti it all over the place. And my face will never change, that's why it's engraved on this plate. I've got a face of metal, like MF Doom, and you know I never meddle in any trouble that isn't mine. I don't want to be involved in that fight, but my eyes will peer through the mask, and like MF Doom, it ever lasts. They say that MF is dead, but I think that he's probably living on the moon with Elvis and somebody's pelvis. Alright, 5 more random words. I'm not sure where that was going, and if you got gangrene, you have to amputate it. You might be changed, look like an alien. If you succeed, then you fail it. You regale with the tale of the ages, and you turn down a street and then down an avenue. Otherwise, the bad dudes might capture you. And you might lack it too. You might not have what you need out of glue, so you gotta get some horses with some hooves, and you know that you break it and you chew, and that's how you get the gluten so that you can choose it like a Pikachu. 5 more random words, I will suppress it. Any mention of the message, it's like censorship. Everything they're saying, we're ending it, so don't mention it. So here at the headquarters, it's all out of order. It's in ferment, so don't mention the state of the dentist. It's pretty grim because all the teeth are no longer in, and all the tools slipped, and you gotta open your mouth with the drill while the dentist is doing a fill. Alright. Okay. 5 more random words, improvised rap. Let's do it. Alright, 5 random words. 5 random words. You know my favorite element, is iron. Cause you can make it all fine, and you make it strong into a girder. And you know that iron is really worth it. You know that iron is so perfect. You know the iron's in a furnace? Cause that's how you forge it. And don't worry, it's strong, you're not gonna burn it. When I gotta pee, there might be some urine. Like the Shroud of Turin. Yeah, I peed on the Shroud of Turin. You just can't handle my movement. It's like an earthquake, cause it makes the ground shake. And you know you can't escape it. These vibrations are always changing. It's like a tool that you might call a spaceship. I'm gonna fly it, I'm gonna go so high. I'm gonna pass the light, I'm gonna pass the speed of sea. I will exceed it, I can physically achieve it. And my grievances are so long a list. I'm gonna put myself in bliss. Ever since I was a kid, I knew I wanted to rap this shit. And that's why I live in the neighborhood. Like a famous book, like it was Lord of the Rings or it was the Mockingbird Kids, and I'm writing a list of all of everyone who's gonna get gifts at this Xmas. I'm electing a new world order like I was the president. I wasn't gonna force it like bricks and mortar, all out of order. You know the battle, I've already fought it. You can't think, yeah, you can't even win cause the battle, I've won it, and I'll inject it, this mad invective. Whatever I accept or reject it, whatever I say, you know I meant it. And like lentils, I'm pretty mental, but alright. Noah Webb says he's got a burning sensation. That's not great. You better go to the doctor and say, hey, I got a burning sensation. I've got to save my own genitalia. I might have had some relations with the wrong person, now I feel burning. Every time I pee you know that it's hurting. And I really want to firm up the situation, so please give me the drugs. Because having SAD's not fun. I gotta look after sexual health, because health is the real kind of wealth. So put it up on the shelf, I'm like Santa, I've got so many elves. And you know I've got a pelvis, cause you know I move it like Elvis. 5 more random words, I win the prize. That's how I know that I'm alive. I'm in the kitchen chopping lemons and chives. And you know that I dance and I jive, and I feel a want and I feel a need. I gotta learn whatever you believe. I gotta learn whatever it is I feel. You know I'm like Jessica Biel, and whatever I choose it, you know it's my preference. You know that I'm the king and you show me some deference. You know I spit a message and you know that I'm gonna send it. Alright, I think we need to change the beat and switch it up.
El beat de producer.
Alright, 5 more random words. Improvised rap. 5 more random words, I'll commit a crime. The beat's not even ready, but you know I'm not lying, because you know the beat and you know it's gonna be fire. You know that I like vitamin C, I eat the limes. You know I'm like Spidey, cause I got 5 senses. It's kinda crazy and I'm kinda mental, but whatever creeps up, you know that I'll sense it. You know whatever I say, you know I meant it. You know that whatever I start, I'm gonna end it. I write a message, send it. You know, I take my arrow to the bow, and I fire the arrow within the flow. You know that it goes where I want it to go, and you know that I hit the things in rows, cause the bullseye rises so high, and that's why I make the arrow really fly. Cause my eye is so goddamn precise, and that's why I never miss, I only hit it. I decided I didn't like that beat. Alright. 5 more random words. 5 more random words. 5 more random words. 5 more random words. Alright. You know it begins with the conception. That's how the universe, you know it's never ending. You know the Big Bang is where they sent it. All the energy, that's where extending. You know life began with 1 cell. Somewhere in between the heavens and hell. Somewhere in between the butterfly and bell. Somewhere between depravity and well. We require some leadership. That's how we find the meaning here. I don't know if I am quite feeling it. But like bananas, I'm appealing it. And if there is a vampire, I might need a steak. And if I'm in water, I'm in a lake. And if there is drinking, then I might partake. Or I might not. I'll stay in a healthy state, 'cause I might need some medicine. What rhymes with medicine? Medicine, I'm sending it to the stratosphere. When I arrive, they say, oh, that cat is here. 5 more random words, you know that is my location. That's, it's like animation, 'cause you take the frames and rearrange them, you change their state, and that makes the illusion of movement. It's like Mickey Mouse, you don't lose it. In the house, he's infumed, he's enraged, and that's why we need conductors to move the energy from one place to another. It's not fun when the energy's reductive, so you've got to vomit and chunder like a pirate with the plunder. I tolerate, I feel the pain in the night or in the day. I never change, I retrain my brain, never derail. And if there's a vampire, it's impaled. Earth wax. True facts. Earth wax, it's the wax beneath the dirt. And sometimes you gotta clean it out with, what do you call the things in your ears? It's the... What do they call the sticks in your ears? Alright. I don't like that bait. 5 more random words, you know that I fly. You know I go so high, I feel the rise of the sun on my back. 'Cause when I'm flying, I have no lack. I fly with my jet pack. And you know that I'll never crash. I'm like a bandicoot, because my name is Crash. And I like to choose whatever I abloot. And I like to choose the movement of the movement. What I got, I'll never lose it. You take 2 and you fuse them, and sometimes I just want a bit of quiet. I'm not telling the truth and I'm not lying. It's something in between, something subtle. Not over, but something under. Displaced, there's no way to escape it. You can't make it and you can't change it. If you're cold, you better flame it. If you don't know where you are, you find your place, kid. And that's something that I can guarantee. Not physically, but mentally. If I'm not clear what it means to me, I can achieve my needs with just cheese, whether cheddar or brie. Or maybe tasty. Whatever a cheese I need, I'm a Dairy Queen. So why achieve it physically or mentally? It's endless here because it's metal. What rhymes with metal? Metal. So I put it to the pedal and I'm gonna fly. I'm gonna drive so high. Like I had a car in the night. Like I had a car that could fly to the sky. And whatever altitude could rise. And if I eat, you know I'm at the buffet. They say, have you had enough? And I say, no way. I'm gonna eat until the end of day. And then I will eat again when I wake. I'm gonna eat all of the delicious food. And it's gonna be my loot, like I was a pirate. And if I don't have it, then I'll find it. 5 more random words, you know it is abuse. If you don't get to do what you choose. If everything you try to get, you're gonna lose. Like I was a Mew, but I've just got to add to my collection. Every single mention. It's all about retention, keeping everything inside my collection. And you know that I'm pecking, because I am a bird and I've got a beak. And I like to fly and I like to say cheap. I feel like this is going downhill. Alright, we'll just do one more round. Alright, 5 more random words. Improvised rap. You know when I'm rapping, you know I'm in my element. And the evidence is evident. And you know that what I say, I meant it. I've got to find different words. I got to dilute it. I've got to find a new kind of movement. I got to decide, I got to choose it. I gotta grab hold and never lose it. And when I'm cooking, you know I'm adding some herb. And when I'm like a Sanders, you know I feel the burn. You know the flower will unfurl like the shape of your curls. And you know the knowledge in the government, I haven't got a little, I have got tons of it. And you know that it is thundering like the storm. 5 more random words, it's like a glimpse. You know that I am ever looking in and looking out, I'm like Argus. I got so many eyes I could farm them, and they're so charming. Every time I wink, every time I blink, every time the chinks of light emerge from between my eyelids. Everybody can feel a kid, because 5 more random words, I'd never tell lies. Until the whole sun dries, until it rises and falls like the hills blow away like leaves. I will never achieve my dreams, I'll never seize them. In any season, I will freeze them because it's so damn cold. And I feel so old, whether in italics or bold. Like a monkey, kinda chunky, kinda funky, but what else rhymes with monkey? Kind of a lunk, he is in the dust, he is like a monkey. 'Cause he's eating the bananas, he's fighting the farmers. 'Cause I got a passion for potassium. Whenever I see them, I will capture them. Because bananas, they come in bunches. And bananas will form my lunches. If I was a hunchback, I'd have hunches. And if I wanted abs, I'd do crunches. And I'm conscious with my oranges inside my porridge. 'Cause I'm foraging for all the knowledge, that's my problem. I can feel the gloom. I'm doubting if I'm even human. I'm gonna choose it and then disabuse it. I'm gonna have it, then you know that I will lose it. 5 more random words, I have so much range. And that's what's making my brain deranged. I will follow these brains like the membrane in the frame. It's out of frame. And if you leave the coffee, it's gonna stain. Like a donkey that's brain, it's a mystery to me how it stays into heat like I was a moth. Alright, that was kind of crap, but, you know, it was alright. We'll try again next time. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. This was fun, we'll do it again. Cheers.